This video may contain spoilers for Warframe. Hi y'all, this is the Zaraman Bolshevik. I've been busy in the past months trying to wrap my head around how shit the world is becoming and how powerless I am against it. But in the meantime, something changed. I start to better myself. I had managed to stop playing Destiny 2, the other half of my looter shooters addiction, and came back to Warframe for some mindless grinding without burning a bigger hole in my wallet every single year. I started to read books. Eventually I took interest in Marxist literature. That would probably make some of y'all recoil considering how much the internet red scare it into every single person's consciousness nowadays. But since I'm in this part of the world, I don't have the use for this kind of knowledge. For now. Knowing Marxism makes everything that much more interesting. Highly recommended. I'm specifically referring to dialectical materialism as a method of analysis. Either it completely ruins your enjoyment of a piece of entertainment because you realize it's just blatant American exceptionalism, or elevates it to godly level as you unlock the secret of the universe. Warframe is the latter. It's a beautiful world densely packed with contradictions that keep it going. So I present to you the Marxist analysis of Warframe. The world of Warframe is a deeply political one, and no, that's not because it's woke, because there's always rivalry for influence within a system with many conflicting ideologies, all of which originate from and act as a reflection of our own world. Let's start with the Corpus. Corpus is very blatantly capitalist. It literally has corp in its name, but it's kinda interesting that the Corpus doesn't seem to have any sort of civilization, just a totally militarized faction. The class distinction isn't clear on the surface. In their social order, everyone fights under the pursuit of profits. That's their entire stitch. You think Corpus is a single faction altogether striving for profit, but the truth is that they are so much more decentralized and constantly at odds with each other. The faction was founded by Pavel Scranum, who spread his philosophy of the evils of the contentment and idleness as well as the gift of desire. Or just neoliberalism. The gift of desire here can serve as an allegory for the invisible hand of the free market. He then created the city of Corpus here, where no matter the social background, a person has the opportunity to create his own wealth. Unfortunately, the Corpus become very different from what he envisioned. The most influential members become reliant on the labor of others, falling to idleness. The Corpus were brainwashed ever since they are young to worship profit and money. Any sign of individuality is erased by their helmets, making their voices sound just like everyone else. A reflection of the real-world consequences of neoliberalism and the allegory for capitalist realism. This is further portrayed by the exploitation of the Solaris by Nathaniel, Granum's son. Solaris United is an undercover faction of ex-Corpus on Venus that has to sell their labor, hell, even their body parts to pay off their debt. These people are alienated from their labor and don't own much of the things they create. The Solaris are very anti-Corpus, they are the proletariat, and it isn't vague in the slightest. In fact, there was a point in time when you search communist music, "We All Live Together" appears amongst the results. Don't even tell me that this song does not sound like a communist agitation propaganda. All of these are like hardly unintentional, not because they are communists per se, but Warframe put its own spin on real-world music all the time. But wait, there's more. The Solaris United. There's something going on with this name. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. The Oregan was the only faction that somewhat resembles what used to be a highly developed civilization, an empire that has its golden age, an empire that collapsed from its contradictions both within and without the system. It has a weird obsession with luxurious stuff and bioengineering. For such an advanced civilization that knows how to bioengineer, surely it has an extremely well-developed productive force and achieved communism already. Nope. As it turns out, their dominant mode of production is semi-feudal at best and slave society at worst. The very empire itself is an aristocracy. The Oregan also gave birth to the Grineer, a genetically modified faction of clone solely serves the purpose of slaving for the empire. The Corpus faction was also founded in coexistence with the Oregan initially, emerging a small new class of petty bourgeois amongst the people. Granum himself originated from a family of farmers within the Oregan era. enraged by the huge disparity between masters and the ones who work under them. This implies the existence of a semi-feudal mode of production, where the feudal relations of production exist, as well as the emergence of a new class of petty bourgeois. That, much later on, eventually makes the proletariat, the Solaris, become the backbone of their economy on Venus. May the Solaris unite to succeed in the proletarian revolution and establish the Venus Soviet Socialist Republic. Y'all know what all this remind me of? The Russian Empire pre-revolution. By the time I'm making this, I'm surprised to know there's an actual class analysis on Warframe's fandom wiki. Though not Marxist analysis per se, but it mentions the existence of serfdom, slavery, and capitalism emerging as a potential threat to their feudal system. So, my point stands correct. The Tenno is a curious one. I'm not gonna dive too much into the lore because it doesn't have much to do with the topic. So I analyze it in a more generalized standpoint. Tenno is a community-driven faction, because it's literally the community. Often work together to pursue the same goal set by the Lotus or some talking fish. In turn, you got exactly what you expect. Warframe is something that you can just stop playing whenever and grind whenever, because so far there isn't much FOMO in the game. So you can do it at a pace you like, from each according to his ability to each according to their work. Why am I still taking this seriously? It's also community driven in a sense that veterans develop a culture of generously helping new Tennos achieve their goal. Every Tenno are made equally and have equal opportunities. Even if you spend money, you still have to grind to get what you want. Money is just to lessen the tediousness of it. And we would all use it for cosmetic, let's be honest. On the other side of the coin, they have a fully functional market system, one that's guided by the invincible hand of the free market, or a digital extreme. Weirdly, one of the more progressive aspects of Warframes as it's allowed you to earn premium currency without ever having to spend real money, and your labor will be rewarded. But what about in-game Tenno? What are they like? Bring balance to the system by killing millions, pillaging the resources to build more killing machines, assist a faction that better serves your interests and they have to pay you anyway, and then sell components of killing machines to make a profit, delivering Tenno justice. It's just imperialism.